What's up, guys? It's Solo back with another video on the second channel, Solo 2.0. Now today we have my first reaction video ever, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, my first reaction video ever to a video on YouTube. I've always been kind of scared to do these because I don't want to get copyright claimed or striked. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of a weird gray area when it comes to that type of stuff. So I've been trying to hit some people up and figure out, what can I react to, what can I not? And so today we're going to be reacting to Jimmy High Roller's new video, The Harsh Truth About the GOAT Debate. So I assume that this is between LeBron James and MJ. Maybe something about Kareem is in there. I don't know. I have not watched this video. It's 15 minutes long, so I'm really interested to see what this is about. So today, first reaction video ever. If you guys want to see more reaction videos, make sure to subscribe and smash the like button too, because that's going to show me if people really like the reaction videos. I'll definitely do more because it's something that I definitely want to look into doing. So also let me know if you guys have any videos you want me to react to or just anything in specific. I'll be reading the comment section. But anyways, let's get into it. Jimmy High Roller, the OG, the original video link will be in the description. Let's get into it.
Fresh 14 for the Lakers. LeBron! Look out below! Oh my Lord!
It's never gonna end, is it? LeBron's reign over the NBA. I've just come to the conclusion that LeBron has hacked into the Matrix and has
hold on before I don't want to be the one that pauses it all the time when we're reacting to a video, but just to get it out there, my GOAT is LeBron. Just figure I should say that. So let me know in the comments who you guys have as your GOAT. Maybe it'll change by the end of this video, but honestly, I mean mine's not gonna. I don't think a video is gonna change my answer.
Extended aging. LeBron is in his 19th NBA season and is somehow
just great, bro.
One of the best players on the planet. This
the
isn't
longevity.
supposed to happen. 99% of NBA players
he's averaging 30
late 20s and then slowly
at 37
regress as they age, eventually becoming a liability to their team and inevitably sailing off into the sunset, washed up and content with their achievements. But not LeBron. The man is fighting his age like he's got a grudge on time itself. And the more he piles up on these mind-bending feats, the more we must ask ourselves the question, and I really hate to do this, but is LeBron the greatest basketball player of all time?
Yes, he is. He is, bro.
To truly,
he's about to pass Kareem in points probably next season. That's a question too, I guess, since this, and we might get hit with a sponsorship actually. I don't know, but what does LeBron have to do? Because there's some people that say it's MJ, and it's they're just so stubborn. It's if you're one of those, I'm not saying you're a stubborn person. I'm saying is there anything LeBron can do? How is there nothing LeBron can do to be the GOAT? I don't know. Give me something. That's what I always ask people that have MJ. It's what can he do? Because MJ can't do anything else. He's done. But LeBron is still going. What can LeBron do? What is this?
About 5 years ago, I uploaded my first basketball-related video onto this channel. The title of that video is LeBron the GOAT. You can still watch this video today, but since it's an absolute dog water of a production, I highly recommend you steer clear of it. To summarize the video, I gave 10 reasons why LeBron would retire as the GOAT. Yeah. Fast forward 5 years and thousands of hours of watching games, collecting data, and gathering context in this sport that we love. I've since changed my ways and realized that Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. But my original assessment from 5 years ago hasn't completely changed, because I never said LeBron was the GOAT at the time. I just gave 10 reasons why LeBron would retire as the GOAT. But ever since I dropped that video, I've pretty much avoided the GOAT conversation.
Is he changing his opinion to LeBron?
The greatest players in certain aspects of the game. I've talked about the greatest scorers. I've ranked players using purely numbers, but I've never really broken down who the greatest player is, in my opinion, because I just feel like the topic is a bit redundant, and ESPN already gives you a daily update on the GOAT debate.
You never really hear people switch sides, I feel like.
But I think it's time we actually discuss this, because what LeBron is doing at this point in his career is just absurd. At the moment, there are pretty much 3 different camps on the whole GOAT debate. People who think Michael Jordan is the GOAT, people who think LeBron is the GOAT.
Wait, 75% say LeBron? I mean Jordan?
I'm just joking, of course.
Nah, that's gotta be.
But not really. I'd say about 75% of people fall into the MJ's the GOAT category.
75?
About 20% of people fall into the LeBron's
I think
the
it's
GOAT
closer
category,
than that,
and about 5% fall into the other category. Usually these other fans believe the GOAT is Wilt or Kobe or Kareem. There's not many of them, but boy, Will they die on that
Kareem's
hill?
the only one that
the thing here is that
is
a lot
close,
of the fans
in my
MJ's
opinion.
corner
He's third.
He is
He's
and
third.
will forever be the GOAT. But realistically, is there anything LeBron can do to surpass him? I mean, there's got to be some sort of objective metric.
This is what I'm saying, bro.
The greatest player
What
of all
can he
time.
do?
No opinions, no bias.
He's still playing.
Just the facts. If LeBron somehow won 4 more championships and retired with 8 rings, he'd undoubtedly be the GOAT, right? So there are paths for him to become the greatest ever. But where does that threshold lie, and what would LeBron have to achieve to get there?
Basic stats, a casual fan's best friend.
First,
Oh no.
let's just take a look at the basic numbers.
Actually, this is
Between
good for
Michael
LeBron.
And LeBron has more career
Like, bro.
points, rebounds, assists, blocks, more triple doubles, higher field goal percentage, and a higher 3-point percentage. And Michael has more
crazy,
steals and a higher
The
free throw
longevity,
percentage.
like you got to take that into account.
This whole argument, the career totals
no.
argument, is only useful in demonstrating LeBron's longevity.
Yes,
and
that's what I'm
sustained
saying, that's what I'm
excellence.
saying.
These numbers don't prove that
I thought he was
LeBron's
about to,
a
like,
better
roast my
scorer,
shit.
or rebounder or defender or shooter than Jordan. They just prove that LeBron's been good at these things for a very, very long time. These numbers also show just how versatile LeBron is, possibly his most valuable asset. So instead of looking at
I take the
career
longevity
totals,
into account,
let's look
too.
at career averages. Michael averages more points and more steals, and LeBron averages more assists and more rebounds. And as much as it pains me to say this, this is usually where the argument for the GOAT ends for most people. Throw in a required comment about their finals records, and you pretty much have a condensed version of most GOAT debates. But there is so much more to unpack here. So let's unpack it.
Chapter 3, Advanced Stats. This channel is a best
So
friend.
y'all know how much I like advanced stats. They don't tell the full
Alright, let's
story,
see.
but if you know which ones to look for, you
PR
can discover some nuances in a player's
Pi.
game that you won't get by just watching them play. Player efficiency
Let's see,
rating,
let's see.
win shares per 48, offensive box.
I
plus
really wonder
minus,
what's gonna happen in
defensive
this
box
video.
plus minus, value over replacement.
Like, is he gonna stick with MJ and like say he's still the GOAT, or is he gonna switch over back to LeBron, which he said 5 years ago LeBron would be the GOAT when he retired? Like, I don't know. I feel like he's gonna stick with Jordan, and it's gonna like he's gonna say Jordan's the GOAT, but like
and true
I don't know.
shooting
We'll see.
percentage. These 6 advanced stats give us efficiency, production, value, impact, and pretty much everything in between. And in these 6 advanced statistics, Michael Jordan exceeds LeBron in 5 of them.
Holy shit.
He's more efficient
It's pretty close,
overall.
though.
He contributes to more wins. He contributes to
It's
more
really
points.
close.
He's better on defense, and he is generally more valuable on the court than LeBron is. The only advanced stat where LeBron tops Jordan is true shooting percentage. Now, in terms of who's a better basketball player, nearly every metric points to Michael Jordan. But really take a look at these numbers, and it's actually uncanny just how close LeBron is to MJ across the board. Just a fraction behind Jordan in pretty much everything.
That's what I'm saying.
These numbers aren't even addressing who's greater, because that conversation would involve accolades and accomplishments and impact on the game. Take away the rings, the influence, the intangibles, the opinions, and it's virtually objectively true that Michael was a better basketball player than LeBron. But the GOAT debate isn't necessarily about who is the better player. It's about who is the greatest player. We've got some.
I don't necessarily agree with that, like what he's saying though. Like, I'll give it to Jordan. Like, he's a better scorer, right? He's a better scorer. He averaged more points too. Like, I feel like there's really no denying that. Maybe you have an argument, but like, I just think LeBron's the better player. Like, he has better IQ, better vision, better passing. He gets more rebounds. Like, he's just all around the better player. Like, yeah, Jordan might be the better scorer, but like, when it comes to like the all-around game, and when you factor in the longevity and just like the greatness, like LeBron like went to like 10 straight finals. Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to change anyone's mind. I'm just stating my case. I'm not trying to have a full-on argument too, because these take hours, but that's just like part of like my case and like how I feel. Like, I don't know. I just feel like LeBron's, I don't know. They're really close. They're really close. I got LeBron as the GOAT though. Chapter 4, anything you can do, I can do better. From Michael Jordan,
now,
probably.
we cannot have a thorough GOAT debate without discussing the accomplishments
MJ is
of each
scary,
player.
bro.
Numbers are cool, and
Like,
they have their purpose.
you look into
but
his
numbers
eyes type
alone
shit,
aren't
like,
indicative of
he's,
greatness.
like, intimidating.
They're just a vehicle to greatness. This is why, despite James Harden spending half a decade piling up some of the greatest scoring numbers in NBA history, most people don't consider him greater than some players with far lesser offensive numbers. The numbers complement the accolades, not the other way around. This is also why I consider Wilt Chamberlain to have been a better basketball player than Bill Russell, but Bill Russell was greater than Wilt. Wilt achieved his greatness through his numbers.
Bill Russell is one of the most overrated players of all time,
by contributing to an unrelenting style of winning basketball. So let's take a look at the accomplishments of both Michael
There was like 8
Jordan
teams in the league when Bill Russell was winning, and he was never the top scorer on his team. He just got a lot of. He was good at defense. He's a good player.
Stand out on a player's resume. Championships, Finals MVPs, regular season MVPs, Defensive Player of the Year, All NBA selections, and All Defensive Team selections. And amongst these 6 categories, Jordan beats LeBron in 5 of them. And Michael accomplished all of this in just 15 seasons to LeBron's full 18 seasons. The only category where LeBron outperformed Michael is in all NBA selections. And most will argue that, again, this is an accomplishment of longevity more than anything else, which at this point favors Jordan for sure in the GOAT debate. Up to this point in his career, the majority of fans will agree that LeBron has been a step below Jordan in terms of greatness. So now the race to become the GOAT has become a marathon. Because eventually, the sheer volume of LeBron's career numbers and achievements...
This is exactly what I'm saying. I'm going to pause it real quick, even though I don't want to pause it too much, but this is what I'm saying. It comes down to Jordan was really good for like a short amount, not a short amount of time, but you know what I'm saying? Like 10 years, 12 years, whatever you want to call it. LeBron is still going. He's about to go on like 20 years of just greatness. And it's like Jordan was 6-0. LeBron has been to how many finals? Like 11? I lost count at this point, but that's impressive to me alone. It's like every year, and this year is just weird because the Lakers are just a weird team, but like every year LeBron's team is dominating. Doesn't matter really who's on it. They're always up there with a solid chance. And it's like, even if he doesn't win the finals, I think he has like 6 finals losses, something like that. Like, he's still getting to the finals. Like, that is so impressive, especially when you consider the teams that he's doing it with and the teams that he's beating and going up against. Like, he literally was versing like the best team of all time, or one of them, in that Warriors franchise, that Warriors little dynasty right there. So I don't know.
So overwhelming
something else
that we'll have no choice but to concede that he is in fact the greatest player of all time, which brings us to a real dilemma in this age-old debate.
Chapter 5. So you're saying there's a chance he's not going to switch his mind.
A flame that burns twice as bright burns half as long. A great quote by the ancient Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu regarding the idea of excellence and the sustainability of it. Almost as if you can have longevity or be exceptional, but you can't have both. Now, in the world of basketball,
if LeBron wins a ring this year,
usually being exceptional translates to longevity,
y'all gotta
and vice versa. Michael Jordan
reconsider
was excellent
if you're an MJ fan.
For 13 seasons in the NBA. His flame was violently bright,
or if you have
MJ
MJ
for quite some time. But what if there was a flame that burned about 95% as bright and lasted much, much longer? At a certain point, the radiance of even the brightest flame is outclassed by the flame that just won't quit. Of course, LeBron isn't a flame. He's a 6'9", 250-pound freak of nature in basketball shoes, but his light shines about 95% as bright as Michael Jordan's did, and it's lasting a whole lot longer. When does the longevity of LeBron's brilliance...
This is exactly what I'm saying, bro.
...the slightly greater but much shorter brilliance of Mike?
This is what I'm saying.
As we've discussed, Mike trumps LeBron in pretty much every single metric.
This is a really good argument, or not argument, but like conversation.
So the real question here is, how much longer will LeBron have to be excellent before the
you guys understand what he's saying?
That he is greater than Michael was? The man is in his 19th NBA season, and he's...
Even if you have MJ here and LeBron's like right below him, you say LeBron's second, right? MJ was good for... I feel like I don't even have to explain this, but it's like LeBron's still going. At what point, if he's still going, 5 years from now, at what point does that longevity matter and just past MJ, even if MJ was greater in that shorter span? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a question you guys got to answer for yourselves, because it's an opinion-based conversation. The GOAT debate
is getting deeper and deeper with every season. Here's a chart of LeBron's total points, assists, and rebound averages throughout each season of his career. Each point on the graph represents the total average of points, assists, and rebounds for every season of his career. So, for example, this season LeBron
Jordan's
is
probably going to start out pretty high, I feel like.
So his total for the season is 44.
And then come down.
Now, in the NBA, anything above a total of 40 is exceptional. LeBron's total production has exceeded 40 In 17 different...
Okay, you guys can see my cursor. I don't know if they're going to show Jordans, but I would expect Jordans to low-key be like, maybe, I don't know where it's going to start. Like, around here, maybe. Let's say, like, here. Yeah, you guys can see my cursor. And then it's going to go, like, up. It'll probably be above LeBron's. It'll be, like, above. And then it'll, like, come down and, like, finish, like, here. That's what I would say.
Now here's Michael's total average points,
assists,
and rebounds for every season of
what happened in
career.
year 2?
This is by far the greatest argument.
It's kind of what I
in favor of
expected
LeBron in the GOAT debate. The man has simply sustained excellence
it's just a
for
longevity
longer than Mike
debate
did.
at this
and
point.
although the numbers are just a vehicle to greatness, there has got to be a point where the numbers are just too glaring to ignore. LeBron's numbers are getting to that point. But some fans will argue that there were other players that were still really good this late in their career. You mean like Kareem, or Kobe, or Karl Malone? They weren't even close. LeBron's already the only player to be a part of the 30K, 10K, 10K club. Aside from a freak injury, he'll undoubtedly break Kareem's scoring record. He'll probably play the most seasons in an NBA career. He already has the record for most All-NBA selections, and he's still adding to what is probably the longest career highlight reel with moments like this.
And
if LeBron
he is averaging 30 points per game,
years, while still putting
already at the top.
Numbers,
you know what I'm saying? Basically,
it's going to be difficult to say that
it's not like he's coming down.
The greatest player ever.
He's averaging 30. Chapter 6, never lost. Okay.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it. While LeBron's legacy is growing as he plays more seasons, Michael's legacy would have been slightly diminished if he played more seasons. Of course, this isn't a matter of fact, but all the evidence points towards this assumption.
Obviously.
Michael Jordan retiring after playing just 13 NBA seasons in 1998 was the best thing he could have ever done for his legacy.
That's facts, though. That's facts. If Jordan played 20 years,
the dynasty he had built had all but vanished by the beginning.
And also, no one wants to talk about when he lost in the first
round
and when he's losing in the playoffs. Just because he didn't lose in the finals.
He would have either stayed with the Bulls and put up huge numbers on a losing team, or signed with a different team and chased rings. Both options being far less illustrious than him going out on top with the team that drafted him. Michael's career was the perfect storm. He was drafted by a franchise that was ready and willing to build around him. He was on a roster that suited his skill sets extremely well, and he and the Bulls peaked right as the dominant teams from the 80s and early 90s like the Lakers, Celtics, and Pistons began to fade away. You could not have written a better career if you tried. On the other hand, despite his success, LeBron really got the short end of the deal many times throughout his career. He spent his first 7 seasons in the NBA playing for a team.
This is my argument. This is one of the
about building a coherent team around him. He spent 4 straight finals going toe-to-toe with the most dominant dynasty in modern NBA
This is what I'm saying, bro.
Outside of Jordan's Bulls. While Michael was surrounded by players who were all
MJ was going up against players on their decline. The Pistons. I mean, they just explained it. You know what I'm saying? And he was beating them. But why? And I was just saying this like a minute ago. Why do people say, "Oh, he's 6-0. LeBron's like 4-6 or whatever he's in the finals at this point"? How come Jordan loses in the playoffs? Right? He gets knocked out in the first round, second round, whatever. But LeBron is going to the finals every year. In my opinion, that's better. Going to the finals every year is better than just getting knocked out in the first round. Like, even if you lose, like, it's like that's greatness right there. Like, going to the finals that much, like, I don't know if you guys know what I'm saying, but like, I don't know. People love to talk about 6-0, but they don't like to talk about when he gets knocked out early in the playoffs.
To buy into their system.
They act like he like
LeBron
never
has spent
lost
many years
ever in his
carrying
life or
the load
some shit.
of bad rosters and seemingly incompetent teammates.
It is impressive though, 6-0
It's his own fault for trying to play GM and putting together piss-poor rosters.
GM.
And I bring up these small nuances because the GOAT debate is very nuanced. As much as people want to act like the whole 6-0 in the finals is the end-all be-all to the discussion, it's just not. If rings were all that mattered, then Bill Russell would be the GOAT.
Yep.
Oh, but he played a long time ago. That doesn't count. Okay, well then Robert Horry is the GOAT because he has 7 rings to Jordan's 6.
Like Robert Horry.
But Horry wasn't the best player on any of those championships. Okay, so is the argument about rings, or is it about being the best player on the court, or a mixture of both? Is a player's performance, despite how masterful it was, all in vain if his team loses? The line becomes less and less clear the deeper you dig. No single metric can be used to determine this debate. And the unpacking of every small minute detail is a necessary burden. But unfortunately,
is he gonna say who's his GOAT?
Most fans won't bother to take on.
Chapter 7, the not so undisputed GOAT. He's gonna say it's
At
MJ.
the moment, I personally believe Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. I also think he's the best basketball player of all time.
That's fine. That's fine if you want to say that. I have no problem if you guys think MJ is the GOAT, which honestly probably more of you do think MJ is the GOAT. That's fine. I just think LeBron's still going. If he somehow gets a couple more rings, a couple more accolades, maybe. I feel like there's too much voter fatigue for him to win another MVP. He's just not. I don't know. Maybe if his team has a really good record, I think maybe. But he's got to add to his resume. He's got to pass Kareem all time in points, and then, you know, we could have the conversation for like there's no debate. I don't know. There's always going to be a debate. But you know what I'm saying? When LeBron passes Kareem in points, when he adds more to his resume in a couple of years, the longevity's still going. Then we'll see where people are at. But like right now, I feel like it is still kind of close. So.
But unlike some fans, I don't think the door has closed on LeBron. I think that if LeBron can continue to dominate the league for a few more seasons and continue to shatter our previous notions of what
real quick, someone, I'm not going to say he's going to be a future GOAT, but I wanted to say this in a video. Someone that has potential in the NBA right now to be, you know, top 5, top 10 all time. I'll let you guys try and think who it is. Currently in the NBA right now, he's kind of young. Not too young. He's kind of young, though, compared to, like, you know, I mean, he's not in his 30s. I'll let you try to figure it out. But no, I'm talking about Giannis. I think Giannis has potential to. Top 5 is kind of crazy. Top 10 is really crazy too. But I think Giannis by the end of his career, he could push top 10. He already has 2 MVPs, a finals where he carried that team. That wasn't insanely good. He might go to the finals again. We're gonna have to see. I like the Bucks this year, so I just think he's a depoy. He's an all around like freak. Like he literally is like. I don't know. I think especially if he gets a 3-point shot, which he's getting it a little bit. I think Giannis can push top 10 like for sure. Like it's not even like a joke. Like I think he's already probably like top 30. Cause bro, you got to realize 2 MVPs. He already won a ring.
Possible in a single NBA career. I think that he has a chance to retire as the greatest player of all time. But of course, only time will tell. And fortunately for LeBron, time seems to perpetually be on his side.
Yep. Such a good video. Like Jimmy High Roller's videos are so good. Like I don't know, bro. I don't know. He's got to be the best basketball YouTuber like out there. Like I'm trying to tell you guys like who you guys like more. Like bro, Jimmy High Roller. I don't know who he works with. If it's all himself when it comes to making these videos, editing. Like there's no way it's all himself. If it is, that's so impressive. But like his team is like crazy. Like his videos are so good. They're really good. But yeah, I got LeBron. MJ's right there for sure, and I think if LeBron keeps adding onto his resume, it'll definitely help him. Let me know who you guys have as your GOAT. Let me know if this is a W reaction video. If you guys want to see more reaction videos, because I could do more than this. Let me know what you want me to react to too. If you're still watching, please comment right now, because I'm just trying to like hear you guys out. You know what I'm saying? I've been thinking maybe react to like some NBA prospect mixtapes, or maybe not mixtapes, but like games, or I don't know, their highlights, or I don't know. Let me know what you guys want me to react to in the comments below. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.